career in music looks different for everyone. For some of us, we want to make it big, make all the money, get famous, have a full, lasting business that goes on for years and years. For others, we just want to have fun doing what we love and not worry about everything else. And specifically when it comes to marketing, where we are in our journey as an artist can define how we go about this. If we just want to make music and not worry about the rest, then marketing really isn't that important. But if we want to make it big, then marketing is very important. To that end, here are 3 types of artists that I believe most of us fall into depending on what we want, what our goals are, and where we are in our season of life. So let's start with the purist. It's all about the music, man. We've all heard this before, right? And odds are we all, honestly, probably start here. I started playing the drums at the age of 9 because I thought it was cool. And I kept sticking with it because I loved it. I didn't care about making money. I didn't care about being famous, building a career, none of that. I just had fun playing the songs that I loved. Ended up building a band in high school and had a ball writing music with my friends and just jamming after school. And that was the extent of it. Now fast forward and that turned into a lot of other things over the years. But at my core, I began this journey because I was a purist. All I wanted to do was make music and enjoy doing that. Now, when you're in the purist stage, the last thing you care about is marketing. The last thing you care about is building a business, having a website, worrying about your brand. I can remember having arguments with my bandmates in high school about branding and what we should wear on stage. Half of us didn't care, the other half thought we should build something. Pretty typical high school band argument. If you're a purist, then make music, do it because you love it, and don't worry about everything else. Now, our next group is what I'm referring to as the dreamers. I think we all at some point become dreamers in our career in music. This tends to happen when we realize, hey, maybe we could make some money. Maybe we could be good enough. Maybe I could turn this into something that is actually a business, and then I won't have to get a real job. Take it from me, I have been avoiding a real job all my life, and here I am still not having to have, quote, a real job working for someone else because I have built a career in music. Once you move into that dreamer phase, marketing becomes very, very important. Your branding becomes important. How you present yourself on social media becomes important. How much money you're willing and able to put into this business to help it grow. And also, how much return are you making? Now, every single one of us knows that for a long time, you're going to lose money in music. But if you're a dreamer, you're working towards the goal of hoping that one day, not only will you recoup the upfront cost that you've put into starting this business, but you'll make a profit on top of that, and hopefully a substantial profit, whether that's getting a record deal as a primary member of a band or as an artist, or being a hired gun and touring with other artists and bands. I've personally done both, and both of them were awesome. So if you're a dreamer, make sure you're paying attention to the branding, make sure you're building those relationships, and make sure that you are paying attention to how you market yourself as a band, as an artist to achieve your goals. And that brings me to the last group, number 3, the hobbyist. Now, I will tell you up front that I firmly fall into the hobbyist group at this point in my career. I went from being a purist, starting out just playing music because I loved it. I turned into a dreamer and wanted to build a career out of this, and I did successfully. I toured professionally for 15 years. I've been playing shows for about 25 years. I have done a lot of really, really cool stuff as an artist, as a band member, as a sideman. I've played tons of arenas. I've played small shows, big shows. I've cut music videos. I've signed record deals. I've been in the same room with some of the most famous people in the world, and I've played on some of the stages with some of the most famous and highest selling acts in modern music. All of that was amazing. But then I met a girl, got married, and had kids. And when that happens, the whole game changes. You want different things in life. It may not be marriage, it may not be kids. It may just be, wow, I'm 35 or I'm 40 and I'm tired. When I hit that phase, I realized I didn't want to tour and travel and do all of that stuff all the time. I wanted to be home. I wanted to wake up in the bed next to my wife every morning. I wanted to cook my kids breakfast, take them to taekwondo and soccer, mow my grass. I know it sounds super lame and boring, but at 38 years old, these things now rejuvenate me and make me happy. Whereas when I was 28 years old, all I wanted to do was play shows. So now I'm firmly in the hobbyist category. And the hobbyist kind of looks like this. We still want to make music. we still love making music. There is a purist inside of all of us, but we are not trying to rush out the door and play shows, and we're not really trying to build a primary business out of this. Most hobbyists look kind of like me, I guess, somebody with a job, a family, and a love for music without wanting to turn that into something bigger than it needs to be, but with an outlet to do that makes sense. Where most hobbyists run into trouble from a marketing perspective is that we make music and we put it out and then no one listens. I find that most hobbyists want just somebody to listen. Not everybody to listen, not making it big, not being famous, but not releasing music to dead air and no one paying attention to it. From a marketing perspective, automating through Facebook ads, even playlist pitching if that's your thing, makes sense to earn a bit of an audience over time so that when you do release music, you don't feel like you're completely wasting your time. So if you're a hobbyist, Facebook ads is a great way to automate your time to earn that audience so that you're not releasing music to nobody. It's also a great way to manage your time so that you can spend your time at your job, with your family, and actually making the music you enjoy rather than worrying about pitching to playlists, pitching to bloggers, trying to get on radio, and spending your entire life trying to market your music rather than just creating it and creating an automated system that markets it for you through paid ads. Now, the irony of these three stages is it really is kind of one big circle. You start as a purist, you become a dreamer, you move on to hobbyist as you get a little bit older, and then ultimately you realize, wow, I just love doing it and I'm kind of a purist again. I haven't gotten to that final stage yet, but I'm sure that one day I will. And when I do, I will enjoy making music just because I love to make it. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you are interested to learn more about marketing your music, you can check out this video right here. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.